What's going on, guys? Bankrobber Games here, more Ratchet and Clank 2. Last episode, when we left off, we had another sort of backtracking episode where we went back and got some skill points that we were missing. We also got a health upgrade that's quite easily forgotten about. So I recommend going back and watching that so you don't miss out on that. But this episode, we're just going to be carrying on following the story, and we're on planet Todano, or Todano, however you want to say it. There's going to be quite a lot for us to do this episode, so it'll probably be a bit of a longer episode, this one. Plenty of skill points, some hidden interactions, 3 platinum bolts as well for us to get. But first off, if we come over to the vendor, there's this weapon here, the hover bomb gun. And it basically shoots out a mine that you can steer with one of the analog sticks if you hold down the circle button. And yeah, it's pretty good, but it does take away your ability to move if you do want to steer it. But if there's an enemy at distance that isn't aware of you, that's not an issue. But when you fully upgrade it to level 2, it fires out a sort of stream of the mines, and it's actually one of the highest damaging weapons in the game. And if there's a boss that's quite big and you don't need to worry about steering the bombs to hit them, you'll absolutely melt them with this weapon. Yeah, it's very, very powerful. Can take a while to upgrade though, just because of the nature of the weapon not being the best in a lot of situations. But in this starting area, we've got quite a few skill points to get, and you'll notice all these sort of robots, tourists coming out, looking at these rockets. On the PS2 version, the Mr. Fizzwidget robot would stop each rocket and tell you a little bit about them. But on the HD remaster, for whatever the reason, the dialogue was cut. But we have got all these sort of squirrel type enemies. They're quite tough as well. And you just want to start attacking these rockets, and this will be for our first skill point. And it'll also let some enemies spawn that spawn as the tourists go around this little area. That will help us get another skill point as well. Something to look out for. We somehow managed to get squashed by the rocket as it fell down, even though it fell down the opposite side to the side we were. But you can see the robots there finishing the world's shortest tour with the least amount of information. Somehow a squirrel just fell off the cliff there in the background. I don't know if you managed to notice that. But yeah, we want to destroy all these enemies. That rocket almost made it off the ground, but not quite. Now you can use your weapons to destroy the rockets. That gives us a skill point, and you can see this one actually manages to launch. We also got a new skin in the ship vendor, so that does confirm that the ship skins are tied to your skill points, and we'll have to keep a lookout for that rocket later on. The next skill point we're going for is to defend all the tourists. All the enemies should have spawned, spawn as they go, as they go past. But yeah, if all the tourists make it out alive, you get another skill point. But then you need to follow Mr. Fizzwidget into this sort of secret area. and there's a platinum bolt waiting for us in there. So there's quite a lot to do in this first little section, but it might take, you know, a few attempts to get them all done. I do think I saw one of the tourists fall off the cliff here, and he obviously perished, but that didn't seem to affect us getting the skill point, which is good. But the tourists just keep respawning basically. You can see them coming out there. So if you don't get any of the skill points associated with the tourists, you know, it doesn't matter. You can just try again. So here we have another electrolyzer puzzle. It's a little bit tougher, this one. Quite fast paced, that one in comparison to some of the other ones, but still not too difficult. So if we come up here, you'll see we get a lot of bolts to smash, but if you keep a look on that enemy there, that rocket we sent up takes him out for us, so it's worth doing for that. We got a nice amount of bolts from all those breakables. So although it won't leave us with hardly any money, we are going to buy the rocket tube, and this will be one of the next weapons we work towards upgrading as well. And that's just because we don't have enough ammo for the plasma coil to make it through the next area. But the next area will be good for upgrading both the plasma coil and mini rocket tube. Both really fun weapons, probably some of my favourite weapons in the game. They do take a little while to upgrade though, which is a bit annoying. So we're entering the factory here that we saw on the little holo vid that gave us the coordinates for this planet that Mr. Fizz Widget showed us. And yeah, here you'll notice these force fields that damage you if you try and go through them. But if we use our tractor beam,
when using the tractor beam,
yeah, watch out for the camera getting messed up there. But yeah, if we use the tractor beam, we can use these platforms to you know, sort of block the beam. So you might notice two platforms that we can make use of. And if you look up there, there is actually a secret area. Make sure to grab this guy though. But yeah, this actually took me ages to discover this area. First time, you know, when I was first playing through the game. But yeah, it's very cool. Helps us get quite a useful item as well. This guy keeps hiding behind cover. See, we didn't get any movement on our experience bar for a mini rocket tube. It does take quite a lot to upgrade. But here we'll bump into a character that you might have seen in a later Ratchet and Clank game. If you played Ratchet and Clank Q-Force, I think it was. I never played it, but I know how it ends.
Captain Quark, completing quality control on Super Electro Gadget. Hammer of power detecting no defects. Ratchet of Velden. I knew this day would come. Draw your last enemy mine, for I smite you in the name of Captain Quark! sweet death. At last we meet. Nobly, I fall on the field of battle. Finish me, Lombax!
Come on, Clank. Let's get going.
Wait! You shamed the greatest superhero who ever lived. You owe me something.
What do you want from us, sir?
Ooh! How about some cool quark stuff from your galaxy? Trade you for this armor magnetizer.
I believe that device is designed to attract bolts.
So yeah, we will find the Captain Quark collectible later on, but we got a Captain Quark superfan here, and very much parody of fans in real life, I think. Yeah, feeling like they're owed something, even though it was Captain Quark that shamed himself, being the villain of the first game, or one of the villains of the first game. So we'll come back to this guy later, but there is another platinum bolt hidden for us here. And for whatever reason, I'm not quite sure why, that one doesn't play an animation when you pick it up. But that's fine by me, because it makes things a bit quicker for us. But yeah, that guy just basically, you know, Clank sort of basically told you what it was, in that it is just a bolt grabber, and makes bolts attracted to you from much further away. Very useful, great quality of life sort of upgrade. But here we get to blow some stuff up. And we'll discover why there's so many sheep about the place later on as well. But there will be a lot of these guys that spawn. We won't get much weapon XP for them, but it does make things a lot easier for you if you destroy them all. Then we've got another platform here that we can use to block that laser grid, but we can also use it to get up on this higher level. And you might notice a little vent there, so you might have a feeling that you know what's coming. But if we use our spider bot again, go down the vent, there'll be a button here, this circle to open. And that opens us out to this area out here. So if we destroy our spider mine, get thrown off the catwalk for some reason. We go through the very small door, we get another platinum bolt. Again, I'm not quite sure why there isn't any animation tied to that one. I can't think of any other platinum bolts that don't have an animation that plays when you pick them up. This is quite a fun section. We'll wait for it to come back. We sort of messed up our timing there. then we went too fast. Thankfully we do have a continue point though. Not quite sure how we managed to jump off that there. We'll just wait for it to come back. Whenever the enemies are together like this, I'd recommend switching to the plasma coil, just because you can take both of them out at the same time. But yeah, you can see a weapon waiting for us. Returning from the first game, we do get the Sheepinator. Quite a fun weapon. Takes a very long time to upgrade it. You can't use it while you're jumping either, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, when it's upgraded, it's actually very powerful. And whether it's upgraded or not, you can actually use it in New Game Plus to destroy a very annoying boss with no effort, basically. So I might show that off after we complete the playthrough. Yeah, just destroying these breakables again to get a lot of bolts. Another good thing about the Sheepinator is it does technically have a limited ammo, so it doesn't cost anything to use. But here, along this other mission route, we have got an infiltrator puzzle. And that one's not too bad. So it's just double checking, but there is actually a skill point on Todano for using the Sheepinator. But as we work our way through this area, we have got to be careful of these mines. Doesn't seem like we can get that guy turned into a sheep, unfortunately. See, there's nothing in that little hidey hole waiting for us. Just gonna let these squirrels come to us. So we've got a skill point there, tried to sleep. And that's turned 16 squirrels into sheep. And I think that's in total, you know, sort of 3 deaths, which is why we got that quite quickly there. But thankfully it means you don't need to listen to the annoying sheepinator noise anymore. So, just a funny cheat there. They don't really affect gameplay in any way, the cheats, as far as I can remember. But here we've got another infiltrator puzzle, quite well hidden, surprisingly. You see a lot of dead ends with this one. Managed to get it eventually, but that just brings down this elevator, and that allows us to get another health upgrade. I do wonder actually. It almost looks like you could grab on to that ledge from those crates. But yeah, there will be quite a few enemies here for us to destroy, but it means we get quite a few bolts as well. It's quite funny though with the mini rocket tube. You know, we can just destroy them as soon as they spawn, as long as we have ammo, I guess.
Angela Cross, calling Ratchet on secure band 7 Echo Foxtrot.
Ratchet here. Angela? Is that your name?
Ratchet was calling you something quite different.
Oh, was he now? Anyway, I'm just calling to warn you that Thugs for Less have taken over my flying lab.
But were the thugs not working for you?
Not anymore. Apparently, someone's made them a better offer. I tell you, between the thugs and the Protopet, this whole galaxy's heading for—
Wait, say again? Protopet?
Oh, yeah, it's what they're calling the experiment now. Here, watch this.
Why is Billy sad? Is he cold, hungry, or maybe just...
Oh, no, take it away!
lonely? Introducing the Megacore Protopet. Your child will shriek with joy when he meets our adorable friend. Wanna play ball? So does the Protopet. Need a partner for tag? Go find the Protopet. Up for some cops and robbers?
Help! Police!
So is you-know-who. Just ask Billy. The Megacore Protopet. Stop by Planet Bolden and get yours free from Abercrombie Fizzwidget himself.
You mean that thing is going to be a pet?
Megacorp intends to market a killer. That is simply unconscionable.
Which is exactly what I've been trying to tell you. There will be disastrous consequences for the entire galaxy if that monster is distributed.
We must get through to Mr. Fizzwidget.
If you still think he'll listen, you should try to catch him on the planet Bolden. I'll upload the coordinates.
This could be our last chance.
That cutscene always used to make me laugh. But yeah, you can tell not everything's right with the Protopet. But that does finish off this planet. Managed to complete it quite quickly. I'm pretty sure we got everything. Yeah, that's all the platinum bolts. And if we have a look at the skill point menu, yeah, I didn't actually show off the skill points before. So yeah, you get a skill point for saving on the Taurus, and then you can destroy the Megacorp rockets along the tour. And then there's the turn the 16 squirrels into sheep. I did show that one off before. But yeah, that is all the skill points. So we'll wrap this episode up here. Next episode, we'll head over to Silver City on planet Bolden. Very cool planet, this one. It's got a really cool soundtrack to it as well. Yeah, it's a very fun planet. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode and found it useful. And yeah, I'm glad I got to show everything off on this planet for you guys. Yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you have enjoyed this episode and been enjoying the series so far and been finding it useful, please like and subscribe for more, and then that way you won't miss out on anything as well coming up, because there's plenty more to show off in this game. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.